Hi and welcome, everyone. Have you ever looked around and quietly wondered, why do some people keep moving forward, while others stay stuck for years? Same world, same 24 hours, same opportunities on the internet, but completely different lives. And here is the painful truth. Most people are not losing because they are weak. They are losing because they are distracted. Distracted by fear, distracted by comfort, distracted by other people's opinions. And slowly, without realizing it, they give away their future one day at a time. So today I want to share with you 5 rules that can completely change your life. Not fake motivation, not get rich quick advice, just real principles that quietly help ordinary people become stronger, calmer, and more successful over time. If you truly understand these rules, your mindset will change, your habits will change, and eventually, your life will change too. So take a deep breath, slow down, and listen carefully, because one sentence in this video might stay in your mind for years. Rule number 1, protect your focus. In modern life, focus has become a superpower. Most people cannot stay focused for even 10 minutes. They check notifications, scroll endlessly, compare their lives to strangers online, start something, then quit a few days later. And after years of distraction, they wonder why nothing changed. The truth is simple. Your attention creates your future. Whatever controls your focus controls your life. If you focus on drama, your mind becomes heavy. If you focus on excuses, your confidence becomes weak. But if you focus consistently on growth, discipline, and meaningful goals, you slowly become a different person. Winning in life does not always happen through huge moments. Sometimes it happens quietly. One focused morning, one disciplined decision, 1 hour of learning instead of wasting time. That is how powerful people are built. Not in one day, but daily. And remember this, motivation is unreliable. Some mornings you will feel inspired. Other mornings you will feel tired, confused, or emotionally empty. But focused people continue anyway. Because discipline is stronger than emotion. So protect your attention carefully. Not everyone deserves access to your mind. Not every trend deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your reaction. Your life becomes better when your focus becomes stronger. And maybe the reason you feel lost right now is not because you are incapable. Maybe you are simply distracted. Rule number 2, learn to be alone. One of the most important skills in life is learning how to be alone, without feeling empty. Most people are terrified of silence. They always need noise, music, messages, validation, attention from someone else. Because when everything becomes quiet, they are finally forced to face themselves, their fears, their regrets, their insecurity, their unfinished dreams. So instead of growing, they escape. But strong people do something different. They use solitude to rebuild themselves. And no, being alone does not mean becoming cold or antisocial. It means becoming emotionally independent. It means your happiness is no longer controlled by who texts you, who praises you, or who stays in your life. Because the truth is, people come and go. Some people will love you for a season. Some will misunderstand you. Some will leave without explanation. That is life. If your peace depends completely on other people, your emotions will always feel unstable. But when you learn to enjoy your own company, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes clearer. Your decisions become smarter. Your confidence becomes real. You stop chasing attention. You stop begging for acceptance. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into places where you do not belong. And slowly, you begin creating a life that feels honest. Many successful people spent years alone, working quietly while nobody noticed them. No applause, no recognition, no guarantee of success. Just discipline, patience, and belief. That silent season changed them. And maybe that is where you are right now. Maybe life feels lonely. Maybe people do not understand your journey. Maybe you feel left behind while others move faster. But do not panic. A seed also looks invisible before it grows into a tree. Some of the best transformations in life happen in private. So instead of fearing solitude, use it. Read more, think deeply, exercise, build skills, heal your mind, reconnect with yourself. Because when you become comfortable alone, you stop accepting things that destroy your peace. And that changes everything. Rule number 3, stop waiting for the perfect time. Many people spend their entire lives waiting to feel confident, waiting to have more money, waiting for support, waiting for the right moment. And while they wait, life keeps moving. Years pass quietly. Dreams become smaller, energy becomes weaker, fear becomes stronger. The dangerous thing about waiting is that it feels safe. You tell yourself, one day I'll start. One day I'll change. One day I'll take my life seriously. But for many people, that day never comes because perfection is an illusion. There will always be problems, always uncertainty, always risk. Nobody feels fully ready before changing their life. Not the entrepreneur, not the athlete, not the artist, not the person rebuilding themselves after failure. They all started before feeling prepared. And that is what separates winners from everyone else. Winners act while feeling uncomfortable. They move forward while feeling afraid. Because they understand something important. Confidence is built through action, not before action. The first video will not be perfect. The first business may fail. The first attempt may feel embarrassing. But every successful person you admire was once inexperienced too. People only see the result. They do not see the years of mistakes, rejection, confusion, and self-doubt. Growth is messy, and sometimes the hardest part is simply beginning. You do not need a perfect plan right now. You just need movement. One step, one habit, one decision. That is enough to change direction. Think about this carefully. A small action repeated every day is more powerful than a big dream ignored for years. Your future is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built through daily choices. And honestly, many people already know what they should do. They just keep delaying it. Not because they are lazy, but because they are afraid of failing. But failure is not the real danger. The real danger is reaching the end of your life, wondering what could have happened if you had started earlier. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Start scared. Start tired. Start uncertain. Just start. Because action creates momentum. And momentum can completely change a human life. Rule number 4. Choose discipline over feelings. Most people live based on emotion. If they feel motivated, they work hard. If they feel tired, they quit. If life becomes uncomfortable, they escape into distraction. And this is exactly why so many dreams disappear, because feelings change constantly. Some days you will feel powerful. Other days you will doubt yourself completely. That is normal. You are human. But winning in life requires something deeper than emotion. It requires discipline. Discipline is waking up. Even when your mind says, stay in bed. Discipline is continuing to learn. When progress feels slow, discipline is controlling your habits, instead of letting your habits control you. And the truth is, discipline often feels boring. There is no dramatic music, no applause, no instant reward. Just repetition, doing the right thing again, and again, and again. But over time, that repetition becomes power. A healthy body is built through discipline. A successful career is built through discipline. A calm and strong mind is built through discipline. Small actions may look meaningless today, but after months or years, they become your identity. And this is something many people misunderstand. Self-respect is connected to discipline. Every time you break promises to yourself, your confidence becomes weaker. You say, I'll wake up early. But you do not. You say, I'll change my life. But nothing changes. Eventually, your mind stops trusting you. But when you keep small promises to yourself, something powerful happens. You begin respecting yourself again. And that inner respect changes the way you walk, speak, and think. Remember, your future is not decided by your strongest moment. It is decided by your daily habits. What you repeatedly do becomes who you become. So do not ask yourself only, what do I feel today? Ask yourself, what kind of person am I becoming? Because feelings are temporary. But discipline creates permanent transformation. And maybe the life you want is hiding behind a few difficult habits you keep avoiding. Rule number 5. Take responsibility for your life. This may be the hardest rule to accept, but it is also the rule. That changes everything. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends, not society, not luck, not motivation. At some point, you must take responsibility for your own life. And responsibility is not punishment. It is power. Because the moment you stop blaming everything around you, you finally regain control. Yes, life is unfair sometimes. Some people are born into better situations. Some people receive more support. Some people get opportunities you never had. That is true. But constantly focusing on unfairness will slowly destroy your mindset. Because blame feels comfortable. It removes responsibility. It allows people to say, my life is bad because of everyone else. But powerful people think differently. They ask, What can I do from this moment forward? That question changes lives. Maybe your past was painful. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you wasted years. But your future still belongs to you. And one decision can begin changing everything. The decision to become accountable, to stop making excuses, to stop waiting for rescue, to stop acting like a victim in your own story. Because no matter what happened before, you still have choices today. You can learn. You can rebuild. You can improve your health. You can control your habits. You can change your environment. You can start again. Slowly, step by step. And listen carefully to this. Responsibility is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming honest. Honest about your weaknesses. Honest about your habits. Honest about the changes you know you must make. That honesty is uncomfortable, but it creates growth. And often, the moment a person takes full responsibility for their life is the exact moment their life finally begins improving. Not instantly, not magically, but steadily. Because responsibility creates direction, and direction creates progress. No matter how lost you feel right now, your next decision still matters. Your next habit still matters. Your next day still matters. And sometimes, a better life begins the moment you stop waiting for someone else to build it for you. So, those were the 5 rules to win in life. Simple ideas, but not easy ones. Because deep down, most people already know what they should do. The real challenge is doing it consistently, especially when life becomes difficult, especially when nobody supports you, when progress feels slow, when your mind becomes tired. That is the moment. Your character is tested, and maybe right now you are fighting battles that nobody can see. Maybe you are trying to rebuild your confidence, trying to heal, trying to become more disciplined, trying to create a better future, while carrying pressure silently every day. If that is true, I want you to remember something. You do not need to transform your entire life overnight. You just need to keep moving forward. One better decision, one better habit, one honest effort at a time. That is how real change happens, slowly, quietly, repeatedly. And over time, the person who once felt weak, lost, and uncertain becomes stronger than they ever imagined. Not because life became easier, but because they became stronger internally. So protect your focus. Learn to stand alone. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Choose discipline over temporary feelings, and take responsibility for your future. If you can practice these 5 rules consistently, your life will begin changing in ways you cannot yet imagine. And one day, you will look back at this version of yourself. The tired version, the confused version, the struggling version, and feel proud that you did not give up. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this video helped you think differently or gave you even a little motivation to keep going, consider subscribing to the channel. Because this channel is not only about motivation, it is about building a stronger mindset, improving your English naturally, and becoming a better version of yourself, one video at a time. Take care of yourself, stay focused, stay patient, and never stop improving.